I could find it finally in a laboratory of nuclear physics in France. When people are at the threshold of death, particularly when there is severe disease, where there has been a kind of disintegration of their environment.
Hello, dear friends, this is Homeo Sapiens. My name is Barbara Liberowicz, and my guest today is Didier Lustig from Paris, France. Didier is the author of the book about a group of homeopathic remedies made of actinides. Could you please tell us about yourself, about your activities, and about your book?
Thank you, Barbara. I am an astrologer and very much interested in homeopathy. I've been studied it for 40 years now. So I made a kind of systematics between homeopathy and astrology. And this is based not only on mental resonance, but on practice.
Actinides are very unstable elements. I didn't even know you can find them in the nature.
Radioactive elements are either natural or artificial. They are natural until uranium stage 6. Atomic number is 19.2. And after that, all the existing elements are artificial. The first one is neptunium. It was produced artificially in the United States in 1939. I had this idea about plutonium, which is an element artificially produced as well in 1940. And I decided to look for this element, and of course it was very difficult to find such a strain. So I could find it finally in a laboratory of nuclear physics in France. So
Wow.
I had this possibility through many people, like a reaction chain, to obtain these strains, explaining what my project was, and that it could be very helpful for people, even if the scientist I was talking to had absolutely no interest for homeopathy. But I managed to get plutonium in 94, and then the other actinides in 96.
Yeah, and how happened the homeopathic remedies were produced out of these elements?
It was very simple because I had the already diluted strain.
Okay.
Yes, because I made the dilutions in the laboratory. I made 6C. I was permitted to allow to get the remedy out of the lab because they were so much diluted. And then I sent them first to Helios Pharmacy in Tunbridge Wells in the United Kingdom, because the first homeopath I called, no, I wrote a letter, to be more precise. I wrote a letter to Jean-Michel, and Jean-Michel was himself looking for plutonium. His secretary said, hi, Jeremy, you received a letter from France. We didn't find plutonium, but please read this letter. This is for you. And in this letter, there was my proposal to make a remedy out of plutonium.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, this is a true story.
Okay, so once you have the remedy, then you have homeopathic remedy, and then, as I imagine, you need provings.
Yes. So Jeremy Scher first made the proving of plutonium in 1995. Yeah, with his team. Then I made the proving of Neptunium moriaticum in the in the south of France in 1999, and then Germany again made the proving of Americium moriaticum. Curium and Californium were not proved homeopathically according to Hahnemann's rules. So we have deduced their role, clinical efficiency according to Jan Scholten's study of the periodic table.
What would you say is the common theme in all actinides?
The main theme of actinides is related to the main feature of these elements. These elements have this ability to disintegrate. So they are transforming into new atoms. And the experience of the human being that resembles to this decay is when people are at the threshold of death, particularly when there is severe disease, where there has been a kind of disintegration of their environment, should it family, should it professionally or destiny, when all the circumstances tend to give the feeling to the people that they are going to die, symbolically or physically. So this is the reason why these remedies are so particular. They are very efficient when people experience this risk of dying.
Yeah, and what would be astrological meaning of uranium, and what would be the astrological theme of these planets?
Yeah, the point is that the provings of these new remedies are absolutely concordant to the symbolism of this planet. For instance, uranium or the planet Uranus symbolizes individualism, freedom, getting free from any rule or law. And this corresponds to the French, this discovery corresponds to the French Revolution, which happened only 8 years after the discovery of Uranus. Yeah, Neptune speaks about exile, being abandoned. All these themes belong to Neptune and also to Neptunium. As it is a radioactive metal or remedy, there is also the presence of death, like in every radioactive remedy.
I understand it is available in English.
Yeah, it is available in English under the title The Big Book of Actinides. The publishing house is Emrys. It's very easy to find it on Amazon. Actinides are really the remedies for our time. We are experiencing collectively a huge crisis worldwide. This corresponds to the transformation of humankind. We never faced such challenges, ecology, overpopulation, etc. And this leads us to a transformation. And actinides have this energy of transformation. This is why these remedies particularly correspond to our times.
So, Mr. Astrologer, what is, according to you, the telling for homeopathy? What is the future of homeopathy? What is written in the stars?
I can say that Hahnemann, Samuel Hahnemann, had the sun in Aries. He was born April 10th, and the ascendant was in the middle of Sagittarius. And the planet, which was exactly rising at his time of birth, which was midnight, was Pluto. And Pluto is death and being reborn again. So I consider that homeopathy, even if many enemies, many detractors, so particularly during our times, are so active, homeopathy will never die.
What would you say is the difference between actinides and lanthanides?
Oh, there's a huge difference. Yeah. And at first, lanthanides are so middle, average heavy metals. They are before Aurum or Mercurius. They are lighter than these heavy metals. And actinides are super heavy metals. They are on the 7th row. So they correspond to the heaviest elements of creation. The main feature for lanthanides is about autonomy. Autonomy, so getting his own autonomy or maintaining his own autonomy, or the risk of losing one's autonomy. The goal is that the homeopath can find the clinical cases for which actinides can be the simillimum. This is not so frequent, but actinides are remedies that cannot be confused with others. They have such a strong personality. People are very often in a very difficult situation, physically or psychologically, and these are the remedies for the core of the personal crisis. So I just hope these remedies will be well known and used in all the countries.